quite the reflection in the background from our ring light.
And we're back.
Hi, guys. Are we clear? Did it look clear to you? I should do this prior. Let me
It's
just,
kinda- I don't know. The light's really bright.
It is bright, but you can see how we can do like puppets in the background with the. There it is. Sorry. So hi guys. We are back with our weekly lives.
I'm like pushing you out.
You're just a little bit bigger than I am. It's okay. I've learned to accept it. Oh, thank you, sir.
You bet.
It's just been chaos. So we welcome to our picture window. Usually I have like a ton of plants. So it doesn't look as like exquisite as it usually does. There's a really cool one above Mike's head that his head's lean in. Yeah, it's a really cool plant. Like it's almost growing to the ground.
Oh, you're looking at that plant.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like literally almost growing to the ground. Just some fun facts. But because it gets cold in the wintertime, moving away from the window, not that you guys need to know that. But it has been.
I know everybody got on here to talk about plants.
It's been a few weeks. It's been a long day. Would you like to tell them about our wonderful day?
So a few days ago, my phone just went blank. It's on and people call, but I can't answer. Well, I try to. You can try to like pretend to swipe, and sometimes it might answer, but I can't call out and I can't see anything on the screen. So trying to get a new phone, and it was a heck of a time today because it wants like this two-factor
authentication.
Yeah. So
mind you,
they send that to your phone and you can't get it because the screen doesn't work. So it's just a circle of
mind you, we went 45 minutes to a Verizon store for them to tell us that they have no phones to sell. How does a Verizon store have no phones to sell? Literally, Mike's like, I don't care for a replacement. I just need a phone. So like I will buy one. And they didn't have anything. Like not until I overheard them saying that until like the 29th. I was like, holy crap.
I think I'm gonna go back to a landline. What do you think?
That's fine. I mean, are you gonna carry your landline with? There's so many times today.
You know,
I wanted to text
what I've realized
you.
is that I don't mind not having the phone. It's kind of relaxing. It's just when you know, like the cell phone. I don't mind not having the cell phone.
Yeah.
But the fact that there's no landlines anymore make it really hard not having a cell phone.
Well, I don't think you'd be able to have the two-factor authentication sent to your landline. So.
True, but that's not what my concern is.
I know. I hear you. So, with our rambling, that's how today was. It literally took a good 5 hours to finally get a replacement that's supposedly coming tomorrow. We'll see. That'll be a.
And then when you turn it on, it's not just going to work. You're probably going to spend hours updating and downloading and blah, blah, blah.
Okay, so
trying to remember passwords for every app and thing. It's such a pain.
Oh my God, so draining. So today was a very draining day. But I see some people hopping on and commenting, some familiar, I'd love to say familiar faces, but familiar names. I missed you guys. Comment what I want to know. I love seeing is where you guys are coming in from. So comment that. But in the meantime, Hollywood Hill, question number 1, is Mike gonna shave for the wedding? No. What is wrong with that? I love it.
I mean, I'll probably trim it up.
Yeah. But that's to the extent of it.
Square it up.
Just like, maybe put a comb through it or something.
Yeah. It'll look better than today.
Yes. Today was just a mess. Have I seen him clean shaven? When we first started dating.
That's the reason why I won't do it for the wedding, because she didn't like it.
Hence why he has a beard now. I like it. Let's see. If your wedding was a race car, is it a big block or a small block? Asked Steve. What would you think?
I'd say it's a small block because it's limited on the cubic inch.
Okay. That's accurate.
We're only allowed to have so many people at the venue, so.
Yeah, we kind of made sure to keep it small enough because our original list was way over than what it could fit. And so That's a whole nother story. But let's see. So we've got Aaron. What's up, Aaron? Raoli, has Mike found a new engine builder since his is retiring? Does he build the big and small bucket engines? I feel like, am I usually on this side? Because I'm struggling to read that right now.
I don't know.
Interesting.
I think it's the light.
I'm kind of like squinting.
Yes. We're able to get a couple engines out to CC Performance in Ohio, and that's makes me really happy because he does really good work, and he's a great guy. I've talked to Chuck on the phone quite a bit about this, that, and the other thing throughout the years, but he's always really busy, so it's hard to get in, and it's just hard to have him do engines for everybody. These engine guys can only take on so much work, and then still do the job effectively. It's a lot of work to do all that machine work and everything. And Doug's still got a couple engines at Finger Lakes of ours that he's going to finish before he completely retires.
Which is nice.
They were already there before, before he decided.
Nice.
So he's going to finish those up, and we have a small block that's at Bedell's. So kind of had to split it up a little bit because there's not one engine builder that can just handle, okay, I'm going to take on a new customer with 5 engines. It's a lot. It's a lot to take on at the end, like going into the off season when everybody's already bringing their engines back. As it is, it's pretty overwhelming.
Okay, so oh my gosh, so many. Kim, of course, Miss Kim is on. Hi, Aunt Kim. So Richard asked, when is our wedding? It is next month. It's next month.
Luckily, it's at the end of next month.
Holy crap.
That's weird to think about.
Oh my God. Just when Mike, wasn't it, as soon as we got engaged, I was like, boom, boom, boom. And you're like, oh, are we ever going to get to enjoy and be engaged? And enjoy it.
We didn't.
We raced. We literally raced.
Yeah.
I mean, we enjoyed one dinner.
We got engaged. There was race season, and now it's time to get ready for the wedding.
We haven't even been back to that restaurant we got engaged at.
Nope.
Well, the night of the engagement. That's the limited time we've had. We should do that this week.
That'd be great.
Be nice. I think little Billy would love the mac and cheese place.
Does he like mac and cheese?
I love mac and cheese.
Good.
Yes. So we have Barb, my brother. Okay, so Barb's mom. Mom's coming up, and my brother's coming up. MBP3 is coming up, and the Billies have never been here before, so we are in for a treat.
First time visit.
Yes.
To Elizabethtown.
Yeah. So
the big metropolis.
Our weekend's going to be fun-filled of finding things for them to do. So we have Derek from Charleston, South Carolina, Richard from Tennessee, Charles from Myrtle Beach. Hollywood is from New York. We got Kevin from Vermont, Jason from Florida. We got Keith from Kentucky. A lot of New Yorkers. Will Glass from Florida. You guys are all coming from all over. I love it. So someone had asked about the occasion swing. David, did y'all enjoy I loved it. I love the occasion swing. I told my brother, I was like, you gotta go next year. It's worth it.
I'm amazed because Mandee didn't want to go at first. And
it's usually how it works, is it not?
Recently, they just announced next year's Cajun Swing is going to have their big race.
Thank God.
At the Rev, which is awesome news because we went down there. That's probably the most impressive track down there. And they're also going to have 2 races instead of 1 at Arklatex, which is also very nice track. Yeah. We'll be back to Boot Hill. We at Chatham one night. Is that all of them?
We don't do Super B again?
Chatham is Super B.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Whoa. Bill is sending me questions through Discord instead of on YouTube. I see you, Bill. Bill asked, if you had sponsorship, would you race Bridgeport Weekly?
Sure, I'd consider it.
Absolutely.
Bridgeport's a great track. I enjoy racing there a lot, and gotta love the banking, big wide, lots of room. So definitely would consider it.
So John asked, who's the best man in the maid of honor, if you don't mind me asking? Would you like to start? I don't think you guys have seen his best man in a few videos, and you know of my maid of honor, but neither of them really are camera people, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah.
So my best man is Devin Parmenter. He's my best friend since we were babies.
Yeah.
Same age. Our moms were preschool teachers together, and so obviously we hung out a lot when we were younger, and then just been friends ever since.
So mine is Michelle, my sister-in-law, who had no choice of being my best friend. I think Billy and her started dating when I was in 8th grade. And ever since then, she's been stuck with me. Or maybe I've been stuck with her. I'm not really sure.
Been stuck with each other?
Yeah, we've been stuck with each other. And it just made the most sense. Like, she's been there with me through it all. I mean, half my girls that are on my side have been with me since like before middle school. So it's we have a good lineup of people. But Michelle will be my technically matron of honor because she is married, but who gets into technicalities these days? Any temptations to get a late model and go after that $1 million race, Michael?
I mean,
no.
I mean, so like,
I know.
Would I love to have a late model and be able to go race it? Yes. Would my first race be the $1 million race? Probably not, because I don't think you're gonna go out there and win that in your first time in a late model. So, I don't know. It's kind of a loaded question, but I mean, late models are cool. I would get into them. We don't even have enough room in our shop to add any more cars or anything.
I mean, if it's a good ride and you just hop in it, that's
Lance
ideal.
has been doing a lot of cleaning, but I still don't think we have any room for a late model. So
no way. We don't even have a room in our garage over here.
Maybe after the addition.
Yeah. Let's see. Asked if recreation, will you guys get a boxer like your parents? No, you can't replace Speedy. You just can't. Like, that's just how I am. We cannot have a dog and me go home to Speedy. It's like cheating on him. Seriously, he smells that shit from like a mile away.
Cheating on Speedy.
Yeah, I can't. Like, he doesn't travel well, and I don't know how he would do staying here. I mean, I'm sure he would love us being with us, but I just can't do
it. He does give Mandee the cold shoulder sometimes. Oh yeah. And then she forces him to say that he loves me.
Yes. He hates it.
He says it out loud.
Yes, he does. That's the only thing he can say.
It's really hard to explain how he does it, but
he's my child. I can't have another. No. But maybe someday. So John Rooney became a big fan of yours. That's nice. That's good, John. Where are you from, John? Hopefully you can come out to the races by us soon. Okay, so Joe asked, how big are those body panels that you just posted with and height-wise? I think it's like 18 by 8.
They're like yay by...
I knew that question was going to happen. I should have brought them there.
The postage we bought to put them in, what size was that?
Well, I sent you... If you go on to I don't know if I put it on Mike's, but if you go onto my website, mandeepauch.com, I have the actual measurements there. We kind of went with that idea. I mean, heck, people came and bought some of Mike's actual body panels today, but these are just a little bit easier to fit and ship in the mail.
Yeah.
Like mini replicas.
I'm still waiting for a quote on somebody asked me to ship to Delaware a full-size modified door. He's like, what would it cost to ship that to Delaware? I'm like,
a lot.
I don't know, but I asked for a quote. I'm gonna still see what happens.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. So the idea of the mini replicas, I mean, we have them for Mike, Dad, and Billy. I'm pretty sure all of us are currently out, so we had to restock a lot more. But what I started doing is anyone that is interested in getting their own cars done, I've had people ask like, oh, can I just get one of one driver? But this is again another topic like I can totally ramble on, is I don't like how there's other toy cars or replica cars or RC cars with drivers' designs on them because we paid for that. And people are going out there making money off of Mike's name without even asking permission for us. So when people are like, oh, well, can I just get like one car of, I don't know, Jeff Strunk done? No, because that's Jeff's name. That's Jeff's stuff. Like if Jeff wants to sell it and make the money, then he can go through anyone or me to. Am I making sense here? To get that made?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So like ideally to sell what I'm doing is it's got to go through the drivers. So I'm just tossing out names. I use Jeff Strunk. If he wants to get cars done, just like these little replicas, then he can absolutely get them made and he can sell them. I mean, I think, help me out here.
No, I think you nailed it.
Okay. So that's the idea of that. I'm all for support of other drivers. How about that question? Can you see that?
Larry asks, Mike, how did the American Racer tire compare to the Hoosiers on race wear? I'm gonna assume you mean like wear on the tread.
That's my guess.
Not like race wear, like who's got the better apparel. But I think typically the Hoosiers are a little harder, last a little longer. I mean, it's hard to compare. It's not apples to apples because the American Racer has softer tire compounds than Hoosier does for modifieds. Like Hoosier's softest compound is a D300, which is the same as a 50 American Racer. So that's one of the harder American Racer compounds. There's there's still a 48, 44, 38, 33 below the 50, where Hoosier doesn't have anything below that. So obviously that's going to last longer. Now you go out and run even tracks where it's abrasive though, and you run a 50, it seems to wear a little more than a D300. I don't know why, but even though they're kind of close in like durometer readings, but just different. They're not the same at all, but different speeds as well. American Racers go about 0.3 quicker around the track. So,
Steve, what was your favorite track experience? My guess would be Bristol or Pora. Track experience this year? Got anything? I think Bristol was cool, but the racing could have done without it.
Bristol was really cool. I enjoyed the racing because I was in it. It was fast. It was fun. Pretty hard on the race car though. Port Royal was fast and fun and not hard on the race car. I really enjoyed that. Got our first short track Super Series win there. That was awesome. And then the race at Albany that we won, the Super Dirt Series, was a hell of a lot of fun too. So
yeah.
I don't know. There was a lot of cool tracks we went to this year.
Yeah, it was.
I mentioned the Rev earlier. That was one of my favorites we went to, and we went down to Cherokee, and although the car count wasn't the best, it was an awesome track and a lot of fun, and we'll go back there
after Volusia.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I know someone asked the schedule, like what we're doing, but I know all the tracks are still announcing.
Yes. I think like the short track super series has kind of been out for a week or so.
He's been doing pretty good with that.
The Super Dirt Car Series just announced their schedule today.
Yeah.
And so like the weekly tracks have announced their series races, but not their whole schedule.
Yeah.
And then obviously we know what we're doing for Florida. We're gonna go down to All Tech and then stay and go to Volusia, and then
we're gonna be flying in from our honeymoon, guys.
Yeah.
To go racing. It's gonna be great.
So we're gonna be gone for a while.
Yeah, I was gonna water my plants. Oh my.
The places Mandy's brain goes. Yep.
Yes.
That's the concern.
Yes. That's why we don't really have a dog, FYI.
Yeah.
James asked, Mike, what are your thoughts on the Short Track Super Series Elite Series race? I think it's pretty badass.
Those races are really good purses at really nice tracks. So I'm excited for that. I think it's something really new and different that's going to draw a lot of attention. I think the $25,000 point fund is huge, but even bigger is just the purses for the individual races are unbelievable. So and it's 6 races, so it's just going to be very intense throughout the season, doing all those, and then the fact that it's in addition to the North and South series,
which is insane,
that are also going to continue to.
I know in the beginning when he announced the Elite, everyone's like, well, what about the North and the South? I'm like, there's no way he would drop that. And then boom, I was like, whoa.
There was a lot of questions when the Elite stuff started dropping, and it really caused a lot of stir. And I think there's still a few questions to be answered, but I'm all I know is that we always get paid in cash, and like I don't know, we always get treated fairly, like the whole thing. I think you're gonna see a lot of excitement throughout that whole thing, just because of the money's gonna draw all of the racers. There's no way, it doesn't matter who they are, they're not going to turn a blind eye to that if they own this equipment already.
The fact how much, like my brother just died. Gonna have videos for you guys, don't worry. But my brother just did a video, and I think we talked about it maybe Thanksgiving Eve, was like how much pricing has gone up, not just in racing, but all around. And for the purses to go up is unreal.
It's nice, honestly, because everything's getting more expensive. The fuel to get there's getting worse. It's harder to get the parts and the stuff, and so it is. The schedule for the Elite Series is adding, like for my team particularly, it's adding the ability to say, okay, we can invest a little bit more into the race cars because
of that.
There's more to race for now, and that to me it means the world, because we're going to be able to put a little bit better foot forward and have a better chance at actually winning some of those races.
Yeah. I've seen this question pop up a few times. Mike, did you ever find out what the overheating problem was? Let me tell you what.
We changed about everything under the sun, and then we ended up bending a valve on the engine at Cherokee on the last lap. So we changed the motor and didn't have any cooling issues. So I kind of feel like it could be something in the motor, like possibly cam timing wise, maybe the timing chain, like the chain and gear set, the gear might have moved on the cam.
But
Maybe like who knows? I don't know. It's very hard to say until the motor gets apart. But right now, waiting to hear back on that and learn a little more about it. Really didn't get an honest answer.
I mean, that's the motor that held on long enough for the championship.
It did. It held on just long enough for that, and we were able to
put us all on the edge of our seats, thinking, "What is going on?" Oh, that was so painful.
Yeah.
The whole day was painful.
Mm-hmm.
But she did her job, and we got the championship out of that. But as far as that, I guess we're waiting to find out. Yeah. Hello from Utah. What is up, Gary? I saw that. So, see, Carrie said, "Hey guys, so Gateway's dropping midgets next year. Would you go if they ran Northeast Modifieds?" Absolutely.
What?
No, you wouldn't?
All right. So, watching Gateway,
we would bring like an older car.
Okay. I might run my 2014 car.
Yes,
there.
Exactly.
But
because it won't come out in one piece.
Looks really tough on equipment. I mean, like, I don't know, just everybody's stuff looks really beat.
I did notice like a lot of different drivers were in different rides and not their own stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So, I mean, was it fun to watch? Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously. But for that type of thing, I mean, could they let us go without the bodies on, so at least we don't have to smash all the tin up?
That again, considering how much that's gone up.
It's such a short track. It doesn't.
Yeah.
You don't need the body anyway.
I mean, to watch, I feel like the publicity would be really cool, but okay, I'm gonna sound silly if this has happened, but have we done dirt modifieds indoors?
Not that I know of.
I do know that Short Track Super Series did tweet to them and say that they would do it. So, just saying, of course they would. Are you building new cars this winter or going through what you have? Asked Jeff.
What was that? Building new cars this winter?
Oh, there goes my alarm.
Both. Building a new car and completely rebuilding all of our other cars too. And just trying to keep everything in action so that we can run all these races. It seems like they just keep adding more races, so we need to have
and to be able to maintain the cars over the wintertime and get caught up is just physically impossible. That's what I'm coming down to. Plus adding a wedding on top of that is how I feel about that.
Yeah.
So we'll go with one more question because I have a call at 7:30 I have to do. Let's see what you got.
So I got this one from Woofer. He says, that didn't make sense, Mike. You and your team should always try to do everything to win. More money shouldn't change that. That is true, but just think about this. If you're racing and the purse goes up, it's not about trying anymore. It's about money. This is like, yeah, we're always going to try to win, but there's a difference between trying and blowing all your budget on and then not having anything to work with. So
trying to race smart.
So yeah, budgeting in a business is always like it's a really challenging thing to do. And in racing, it's pretty hard because putting the money up front could help you in the end, but it also could make you go bankrupt. So there's definitely a difference between trying and spending money to get better. You know, I wish I could just do suicides and run laps and jump on boxes to get better at racing, but it doesn't help. So it's about raising money, and that's what I kind of meant by trying.
No,
you know what I mean?
I agree. It's everyone's budget's different, but like yeah, thing too is everyone going down and racing all these races down in Florida at the beginning of the year. You're putting a lot more laps on your motors and equipment before the season even starts in the Northeast.
Mhm.
And like you have to just choose wisely, really. But that is it for this evening. We will be back next week and the following week, the following week, the following week, and the following week, every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
I can't wait.
I know, we're back. Luckily, love you guys, but it's not COVID. We're going to knock on wood and doing this every single day. Do you remember when we did that? Every day. Once a week. But
I kind of wish we had that kind of time now.
seriously.
That was look back on that.
That time was kind of peaceful. You got a lot done. Yeah. But anyway, so thank you guys. I look forward to catching you all next Monday night. And we will keep cranking out some videos. We got some to record this week in the shop. So we will catch you guys then.
All right. See ya.
See you guys.